Marry Earth signs. It's Capricorns, Virgos, and Taurus. Whether your moon, ascendant, rising, or sun sign is an Earth sign, welcome. It's nice to have you here. Today I'm doing a new moon in Capricorn reading for you. 2016 or 2017. I have to apologize, I didn't look up the date. I just know that it's the upcoming new moon. Alright, so this is going to be a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, you can go to my website, toadstooltarotmore.com, and contact me, letting me know what you are interested in, and I'll fit you in as soon as possible. Alright, so I'm just going to do a brief shuffle. These are pre-shuffled. Alright, and we'll see what's in the cards for you. Wow, very beautiful. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to take one moment to just look a little deeper into one of these cards here. So I'm using several decks here, and one of the decks that I'm using is the Tree Oracle deck. And I have to say, it's very beautiful and interesting. For your tree card, you got Holly. I just think that's wonderful because of the season. This card's keyword is truth. Okay, so you're being called to, at this time, listen to your conscience. There is a warning message here to avoid confusing fantasy with reality. Or rational thought with wishful thinking. Okay, so that being said, I have to share the underlying general energy for this new moon. And I did a video on that, so you can look deeper into that. But one of the themes and energies that keeps coming up is generosity. And it is about, there's a message, energy of understanding that sometimes in our life things go easily and smoothly and gracefully, and sometimes there's challenges and more difficulties, and that's just the way it is. It's just part of it to an extent, and we're being asked not to let those difficulties and struggles rob life of its meaning and to rob us of our happiness. We're also being asked to understand that sometimes emotions arise, like anger or resentment, and that's perfectly natural, but we're being asked to avoid holding on to them, to acknowledge them, and to work through and release them more quickly, perhaps, than we have been in the past. There's also an energy around this new moon having to do with increased third eye ability and energy. So that's psychic abilities, that's perception, that's communication with spirit guides, all kinds of different things. So there's a need for you to keep a balance with that. But it is a time where many magical blessings are available for you, where you are in a phase of creativity and fertility. So be careful if you don't want children, or don't want children at this time. But it is a time where you can create. There's also a level of destiny playing out at this time. There's certain things that are just out of your control that you have to go through and experience right now. You have love available to you, and it looks like for some of you, you've been kind of closed off and resisting love in some form. It might be restrictions on love. It might not be that you're resisting it altogether, but it might be that you only allow those who are very close to you and your spouse or your family members, and you keep a lot of acquaintances, but you keep them, on a long leash. Like, you keep them farther. Make sure they keep their distance and have strict boundaries with them. And I'm not saying that your boundaries are incorrect, but I am saying it's a good time to kind of evaluate that and check in with yourself, and see if you can be more open to allowing love in from maybe unexpected places, or other places in general. Just allowing love and being better at receiving love, because it looks to me like for a lot of you, there are magical blessings that the Spirit is trying to bring, miracles even for some of you, or what you would consider miracles. It's trying to bring in, but it's trying to do it through other people, and you have put up barriers and aren't allowing this for your own reasons. So there is an energy here of letting go, of the past, moving on to the future. For some of you, there's something scary for you going on, something that you're nervous about. It's like moving to a bigger town or city for some of you, or leaving your family home to go live on your own, or to go live in college dorms or in a community, something like that. But again, this is playing out in many different ways. There is a need to kind of release and understand that some things are predestined, and you do have that energy going on around this full moon. I think what's going to be most helpful for you is to connect with yourself, and you can do meditations for compassion and love as well. And I think that would be a really healthy healing thing for you to do at this time, to work with your heart chakra and work with the energy of allowing love in. But relaxing, kind of like letting go of resistance, again, letting go of resentments and anger and grudges and things like that can be helpful. And okay, that's all that's coming through for you. So I hope that was helpful. Again, if you want a personal reading, the link for that is down below in the description. Please do let me know if it was helpful with a comment or a thumbs up. And until next time, merry part, merry meet again.